This is Alexander Playtime Williams of PlayTimeCares.com.
What's up, world? This is Alexander Playtime Williams of PlayTimeCares.com. Here go my full SmackDown recap from January 7, 2016. This one took place in Laredo, Texas. You had Jerry the King Lawler, Byron Saxton, and a new guy on commentary, Marvel Ronaldo. I don't know who he is. Look him up. But he seemed like he did pretty well on the show. They started off with a Raw recap of Sheamus versus Roman Reigns, with of course Vince McMahon being the referee, and of course Roman Reigns having to fight through all kind of opposition between Sheamus and Vince McMahon, and him winning. So Vince McMahon was so upset with Roman Reigns winning that he put him in the Royal Rumble match and said he had to defend his title against the 29 other guys. So he had to defend his title in an over-the-top Royal Rumble match. So that was how they started off. That happened on Raw. Next thing happened, John Cena came to the ring. You know, since this was the first episode that SmackDown was on the USA Network, they moved from the Sci-Fi Network to the USA Network. He said that you need to celebrate. And, you know, since the Divas title was going to be on the line and the Intercontinental Championship was going to be on the line tonight, since it was a new network, which was the USA Network, the USA title needed to be online. So he called out Alberto Del Rio. Alberto Del Rio said, nope, stop it right there. You're not getting a title shot. Shut up. Cena was like, I'm not saying I need a title shot. I'm saying that the title needs to be online. He said, I'm not going to even put the title online. Well, but I will fight anybody tonight. But I'm not fighting you, Cena. I'll fight anybody but you. So Cena said, okay, well, we're going to let you fight the hottest person that they got going on right now. That's Kalisto. Kalisto come out, Lucha, Lucha. You know, one half of the Lucha Dragon. Sin Cara still injured, dislocated his shoulder with Biggie Langston a couple of weeks ago. And, you know, pretty much Alberto Del Rio looked at him and was like, you really want to fight me, little man? And, you know, they pushed each other. Hey, match going. So, overall, this match was about a 3 out of 5. It was an average match with some wild moments in it. Really showed why you need to have a cruiserweight division once again. You know, the stuff that Kalisto can do needs to be done with other people that can do the type of stuff, match what he does. But Kalisto started off really strong in the match. Del Rio regrouped, and then Del Rio pretty much punished him. He punished him so much to where John Cena had never left the ring. He was just sitting on the side cheering on Kalisto. And he was punishing Kalisto so much he started getting cocky and unfocused. Started taunting John Cena, hitting him with all of that type of stuff. And, you know, one of the times that, you know, he was just unfocused, making sure he taunted Cena, he went on a move on Kalisto. Kalisto reversed it, got the roll-up pin, 1, 2, 3, got the pin victory, rolled out the ring. Like I said, the match was about a 3 out of 5. Then the next thing they did was interview Becky Lynch about, you know, Charlotte attacking her on Raw. And she's pretty much said that she was tired of her friends stabbing her in the back, because you got to keep in mind a couple of months ago that, you know, Paige did the exact same thing to Charlotte and Becky Lynch. And she said that the match on Raw was actually a friendly match, but she's going to take that title from her tonight. And you're going to take that title from Charlotte tonight, and they ain't going to be friendly. So the next thing they had was Miz TV. Miz started talking about the Royal Rumble, you know, and how it's going to be for the heavyweight title, but he got interrupted by the New Day. New Day came out and said 2016 is the year of the unicorn, but then Dolph Ziggler interrupted them. And then he started to talk, and then Goldust interrupted him. Goldust started to talk, and then Neville interrupted him. Neville started to talk, then R-Truth interrupted him. And of course, R-Truth had to come out there and was like, yeah, you know, if anybody gonna do anything, I'm accepting the challenge from Alberto Del Rio for the U.S. Open Championship. And Miz was like, oh, you know, of course the crowd laughed. And Miz was like, hey, if I give you $1, will you buy a clue? He's like, what you talking about? He's like, this is for the people that's in the Royal Rumble. He was like, well, hey, how I do that? Do I have to pay an interest fee or something? So, you know, he was telling him, hey, you need to get a clue. So R-Truth said, hey, I got a clue for you. Bah! Hit the Miz. So, of course, everybody fought, and you had 4 people left in the ring, which was R-Truth, Dolph Ziggler, Neville, and Goldust. So you had 8 men. Why not have an 8-man tag match? So you had the New Day with the Miz versus Goldust, Dolph Ziggler, R-Truth, and Neville. And the New Day got dominated early on. I have to admit that. They was just whooping them. But then eventually the New Day they turned it around and they started just whooping up on them, especially when Big E got in there. But Neville ended up doing like a suicide dive over the top rope and knocked out all 3 members of the New Day. So that left the Miz in the ring by himself with those 3 members: R-Truth, Dolph Ziggler, Goldust. So of course, R-Truth and Goldust grabbed him by his tights, threw him towards Dolph Ziggler, and Dolph Ziggler, gave him that sweet chin music, gave him the super kick to his face. Pin victory for Dolph Ziggler and his team. Then Dolph Ziggler super kicked R-Truth while he was celebrating, and Neville was looking like, "What's wrong?" And he threw Goldust over the ring and said, "Look, it's nothing personal, but I'm showing y'all for this Royal Rumble is every man for itself. Nothing personal, brother." So that was the second match. That match was about a 3 out of 5. So the next thing they cut away to Charlotte with Ric Flair, and then they interviewing him, and interviewing about having a match with Becky tonight. And Charlotte was pretty much saying that Becky said that she wasn't like a good role model for a champion. And Charlotte like, hey, how she know, what a good champion's how a champion's supposed to act? She ain't never been one. My dad's a champ. He's a multiple time champion. I'm gonna act exactly like him. And then she pretty much said that Becky just been leeching off of her since she been in the thing anyway. So of course, your third match is going to be Becky Lynch versus Charlotte for the Divas title. And they showed the Raw recap of Becky Lynch actually getting cheated, but then turning around and cheating Charlotte and winning the match, and then Charlotte getting upset and beating up Becky Lynch after the match, attacking her from behind. And you had back and forth action until Becky kind of got the best of Charlotte. Then Charlotte went outside the ring. She trying to recoup, and Becky was like, "Skip that," because she realized I can't even win the title if she outside and she get, the count out. So she tries to run, but Ric Flair gets in the way. Okay, so Charlotte took advantage of that, started beating up on Becky, all that type of stuff. She got back and forth action. Becky finally did regain her advantage towards Charlotte. Got her in that the arm breaker with that little submission hold she got where she's sitting on their shoulder and whatnot, twisting up their arm, and Charlotte taps out. Boom, boom, boom. But Ric Flair at the same time puts Charlotte's foot on the bottom rope. So the referee sees, oh, she gets up and said, "Okay, ring the bell." But then you notice the foot on the rope. It was like, oh no. He tell Becky, "Look, her foot was on the rope." Becky gets upset and start yelling at Ric Flair because she knew she got screwed out of the title, and Charlotte does a scoop pin on her, but instead of allowing Becky to kick out, Charlotte hooked her feet on the rope, and Becky couldn't kick out. So that was that. Then you had a Raw recap of Dean Ambrose taking out Kevin Owens by putting him on the announcer table and dropping that elbow on him. So Kevin Owens was interviewed about, if he was, healed from, was he healthy enough to even have the match tonight? And he was like, "Man, I'm good. I'm complete. I'm an athlete. I'm good." He's like, "Hey, just for the record, Dean Ambrose is a cockroach, but he ain't gonna be able to stop me from getting my title back. I know cockroach is resilient, but I'm getting my title back." So they did a Raw rebound on the entire happening between Roman Reigns, Stephanie McMahon initially, that led to the match with him, Sheamus, and Vince McMahon as a referee, and then once again Roman Reigns overcoming the odds, and his punishment, Vince McMahon making him have to face 29 other men for his title in the Royal Rumble. And then they had a WWE exclusive, WWE.com exclusive that they showed where Roman Reigns was like, "Look, I know, essentially saying, I know a lot of people be shook about that, but I'm not, you know what I'm saying? It fuels me to actually have to face 29 other guys and keep my title." So then they interviewed Dean Ambrose about the title against Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens, he was like, "Kevin Owens been saying he's trying to drive me crazy." But as you can tell, with all his antics, all his actions, I'm well adjusted to everything he does. He called himself a prize fighter, where the prize is his Intercontinental title. Hey, let's fight Owens fight. So of course their match starts, the fourth match, Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose. Um, Dean Ambrose gets the early advantage, but Kevin Owens, he go ahead and kick back in, he get back in the match, back and forth action. They eventually just keep just fighting, fighting, fighting. They fall out the ring. They keep fighting, fighting, fighting. They fall in the audience, keep fighting, fighting, fighting. So they was in the crowd. Referee had to do a double count out. They keep fighting, fighting, fighting. They fight all the way back up to the top of the ramp. The entryway. Keep fighting, fighting, fighting. They fight their way back into the crowd. Keep fighting, fighting, fighting. Get on top of equipment. Keep fighting, fighting, fighting. Eventually, both of them fall into a whole bunch of tables, knock each other out, and that's how it ended. That match was actually a two out of it was 2 out of 5. It's pretty much an average match. The same with Charlotte versus Becky. Really wasn't nothing spectacular about it. Both of the championship matches were pretty much average matches. SmackDown wasn't very that good for it being an initial show for a new network. I thought they should have came with a lot more fire. I still don't understand the Divas division. Everybody's a heel for this most part. They won't even let Team Bad even, represent anything. I just don't get it. I mean, whatever. Hey, but it is what it is. Follow me on everything. Playtime Cares. Playtime Cares on everything. If you want me to join some type of app or some type of group, let me know. Hey, I join stuff, and why not? Let me be social with everybody. I'm liking the thumbs up. I'm liking the thumbs down. Hey, at least that means you watching. I don't. Hey, if you have improvements for me, you have suggestions how I can improve. Let me know. Hey, I socialize with everybody. Hey, thank you for watching. Playtime out.